Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So, this is lecture number 14 of the engineering mechanics. During the last lecture, we have seen the examples on the equilibrium of the weights hanging from the ropes. So, for such problems, we can solve by using conditions of equilibrium, that is summation fx0 and summation fy0, or we can apply the Lamè's theorem for a concurrent force system having the three forces. So, in this session, we will solve the problems on the equilibrium of the connected spheres or the cylinders. So this is the problem on the connected spheres or the cylinders. So the problem statement is two cylinders, each of the diameter 100 mm and each weighing 200 Newton are placed as shown in figure. Assuming that all the contact surfaces are smooth, we have to find the reactions at point A, B and C. So these are two cylinders. So this is cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. So each cylinder has weight 200 Newton. And these two cylinders, they are supported by using this vertical wall and one inclined surface. So this vertical wall, there is a contact surface or a contact point. Okay. So this contact point is point A. This is contact point C. And this is contact point B. Okay. So this angle of this inclined surface, it is 10 degree. And we have to find out the support reactions at point A, B and at point C. Okay. So diameter for each cylinder, it is given as 100 mm. Okay, so these are the given conditions. Two cylinders, each of weight 200 Newton. They are supported at the contact point A, B and C. So at this point, there is no contact. So there is some gap between cylinder 2 and this inclined surface, which is not shown in this figure. Okay. So only contact is contact point A, contact point B and contact point C. So this is the practical application. So this is the physical system where these two cylindrical objects, so these are the pipes. So these two pipes, they are supported on this trailer. Okay, so these are the contact points. So this is one contact point, this is another contact point. Okay, and this is contact point between this pipe 1 and pipe 2. So when we solve this problem by considering the equilibrium, then this is the simplified diagram. Okay, so this diagram, it is for this physical system. Okay, so you can understand the practical application of the equilibrium. Okay, so to find out the support reactions in the given problem, we have to draw the free body diagram. Okay, so your first step when you solve this problem, draw the free body diagram. So in the free body diagram, you have to isolate the sphere 1 and sphere 2. Okay, so this is the sphere 1 and this is sphere 2. Then when you isolate this sphere 1 from its surrounding, then we have to show the support reactions. Okay, so here support reactions will be at the smooth contact point A and the smooth contact point B. Okay, so at the smooth contact, as we have seen the types of supports, the smooth contact, it will offer the one reaction. Okay, so therefore at point A there will be one reaction, and the reaction at this point is perpendicular to this surface, that is the contact surface. Okay, and as this is perpendicular, it will pass through the center of that sphere. So we can show that reaction at this point. So as this surface is exactly vertical, this reaction will be exactly horizontal, and it will pass through the center point. Okay, so this dotted line, it is basically the line of action of this vector. Okay, so take this reaction as Ra. Then second contact point, it is at point B. So at point B, this is the reaction. So this reaction is Rb, and this reaction is perpendicular to this surface. Okay, and then its line of action will pass through the center point. So this is the reaction Rb. This is the line of action. Okay, and there is one more contact point. It is a contact between cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. Okay, so when you separate these two cylinders, then we have to show the reaction at this contact point. So basically this reaction is common reaction for cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. Only direction will be opposite. So this is the common reaction. So it is same for the cylinder 2. Both these reactions will pass through the center point. Okay. Now when you consider the cylinder 2, this cylinder 2, it has only one contact point with the vertical wall. Okay, there is no contact at this point. So at this point, that is a reaction Rc is perpendicular to this vertical wall. Okay, so this is the reaction Rc. Now this reaction Rc will pass through the center of the cylinder 2. So apart from these reactions, if you observe the cylinder 1, then we have shown the reactions at the contact point, that is Ra, Rb, and this common reaction. Okay, so assume this common reaction as a Rd. Okay, so take this point as a D. So there is one more force which is acting on the cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. Okay, and that force is nothing but the weight of that cylinder. Okay, so this weight, it will act exactly from the center of gravity, that is the center point. So this is equal to 200 Newton, and again for cylinder 2, this is 200 Newton. Okay, so this is the complete free body diagram for the given system by isolating cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. So now we have to solve this problem by using conditions of equilibrium. Okay, so now when we apply the conditions of equilibrium, apply this condition to the cylinder having the less number of unknowns. Okay, so if we observe the first cylinder, then it is having Ra, Rb, and the reaction Rd. Okay, so there are three unknowns, but this system is concurrent force system. Okay, so we can only use the two conditions of equilibrium. One is summation fx0 and summation fy0. Okay, so there are three unknowns and we only have the two conditions. So we cannot solve the free body diagram of cylinder 1 directly. So refer the cylinder 2. Okay, so in the cylinder 2, we have only two unknowns. One is reaction Rd and reaction Rc. So by using summation fx and summation fy, we can find out reaction Rd and reaction Rc. So first, apply the conditions of equilibrium to the cylinder 1. Sorry, cylinder 2. So for cylinder 2, summation fx is equal to 0. So this is the first condition. So for summation fx, this reaction RC is exactly horizontal in the negative x direction, but this reaction RD, it is inclined with the x-axis. Okay. So first step is we have to find out the angle of reaction RD with respect to x-axis or y-axis. So for that, just refer the given geometry. So to find out reaction RD angle with respect to x-axis, connect this center point okay, and draw a right angle triangle. So draw one horizontal line and draw the perpendicular on that horizontal line. So in this right angle triangle, suppose this angle is theta. Okay, so this theta is nothing but the angle of reaction RD, because that reaction RD is along this hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. Okay, so we have to find out this theta angle from the given dimensions. So for that, we have to find out this side. Okay, and this distance is known. So this hypotenuse is equal to, so this is equal to 50 mm, and this is also 50 mm, because here diameter is given 100 mm. Okay, so this will be the radius. Suppose this point is O or O1 and this is the O2. So O1D, it is the radius of the cylinder 1, and O2D is the radius of the cylinder 2. So both are 50 mm. So this total hypotenuse is equal to 100 mm. Now we have to find out this side, that is the adjacent side. So for that, again we have to refer the diameters. Okay, so diameters 100 mm. So this side from point A to O1, it will be 50 mm. This side is also 50 mm. Okay, so in the problem, this total distance is given. This is 150 mm. Distance between the two vertical wall. Okay, so from 150 mm, we can subtract this 50 and this 50. So we will get the remaining value. Okay, so 150 minus 50 minus 50, that is equal to 50. Okay, so we will get the triangle like this. So this is 100 and this is 50. Okay, so from this, if you use the cos theta, so this is theta. So cos theta is equal to, adjacent is 50 divided by hypotenuse. So theta is equal to cos inverse. This is 1 by 2 and that is equal to 60 degree. Okay. So the angle of the reaction RD. So this angle is 60 degree. So you can resolve the forces like this. So X component will be RD cos 60 and Y component will be RD sin 60. So now you can write down summation fx. So for summation fx, this RD cos 60 in the positive x direction minus RC, it is equal to 0. And then use summation Fy is equal to 0. So for summation Fy, this is minus 200, then plus RD sine 60. It is 0. Okay. So from summation Fy, we can get the value of reaction RD, that is equal to this 200 divided by sine 60. So reaction RD, it is equal to 230.94 Newton. Okay. And put this value in the summation Fx equation. So from this reaction RC, it is equal to 230 cos 60 and that is equal to 115.47 Newton. Okay. So in this way, we can apply the conditions of equilibrium to the cylinder 2 and we can find out the reaction RC and reaction RD. Okay. Now refer the free body diagram for the cylinder 1. So this is the free body diagram for the cylinder 1. In this free body diagram, reaction RA is unknown, RB is unknown, okay, and RD reaction just we have calculated, okay. So that RD reaction is 230.94 and the angle of reaction RD with respect to x-axis, so this angle is 60 degree. So you can resolve this like this. So y component will be RD sine 60 and this x component is RD cos 60. Okay. Now this reaction RA, it is exactly in the horizontal direction. We have to resolve the reaction RB. So if you refer the given diagram, the angle is 10 degree for this inclined surface and the reaction RB is perpendicular to this inclined surface. Okay. So this is 90 degree, this is 10 degree. So this angle, that is angle of reaction RB with respect to x-axis. So it is 90 minus 10, that is equal to 80 degree. Okay. So here you can show the angle for reaction RB, it is 80 degree. So now you can resolve the reaction RB. So y component is RB sine 60 and x component is RB cos 60, sine 80 and RB cos 80. Okay. So now you can apply conditions of equilibrium. So first is summation Fx0. So for summation Fx, this reaction Ra is exactly horizontal. Okay. So Ra, then RD cos 60 in the negative x direction and RB cos 80. Again, it is negative. It is equal to 0. Okay. So in this equation, only RD value is known. So we can write this equation as Ra minus RB cos 80 it is equal to this RD cos 60. So RD value is 230. So you can put this value and get this value. So you can give this equation 1. RA minus RB cos 80 is equal to 115.47. Then write summation Fy. This is equal to 0. So in the summation Fy, this RD sin 60 is negative. So minus RD sin 60. RB sin 80 is positive. So plus RB sin 80. Okay. So only two components in the y direction and one more component, that is a 200 Newton force. So minus 200 Newton. This is 0. So in this equation, there is only one unknown, that is a reaction RB. So you can put the value of reaction RD and you can solve this equation. So you will get the reaction RB, it is equal to so reaction RB is 406.17 Newton. Okay, so you can check this answer. Now put this value in the equation 1. So you can find out the reaction RA. So reaction RA, it is equal to this is 186 Newton. Okay. So this is how you can solve this problem by applying the conditions of equilibrium to each cylinder. So I hope this problem is clear. And at this contact point, that is a contact point with the inclined surface, this is the reaction RB. Okay. So both this reaction will pass through the center point of the cylinder 1. This reaction will pass through the center point of the reaction cylinder 2. And this is the weight. This is 200 Newton. And this is also 200 Newton. Okay. Do not consider the reaction at this contact point. So we consider the reaction at a contact point when we isolate that object from that contact point. Okay. So in this free body diagram, we are not isolating these two cylinders from each other. So we will not show the reaction at this contact point. Okay. So now we can solve this total free body diagram by using conditions of equilibrium. Okay. So first condition will be summation Fx is equal to 0. Second condition will be summation Fy is equal to 0. And third condition will be summation of moment is equal to 0. Okay. Because the given system, it is not a concurrent force system. If you consider the total free body diagram. Okay. If you consider only the point 1, then it is a concurrent force system. But if you consider the total free body diagram, then it is not a concurrent force system. So it is a general force system. So we can use this condition, summation of moment 0. Okay. So now we have to decide about which point we can use the summation of moment 0. So generally we take the moment about a point where maximum unknowns we can cancel out. Okay. So if you take the moment about this point, that is a point 1, then we can cancel out the reaction RA and reaction RB. We can directly get the value of reaction RC. Okay. So first condition, you can use summation of moment about the point 1 by all the forces, it is equal to 0. Okay. So take the moment by all the forces about the point 1. So moment by RA will be 0, moment by RB will be 0, and moment by this 200 Newton will be 0. We have to take the moment by 200 and this reaction RC. Okay. So for this 200, this is the perpendicular distance. Okay. And this distance we have just found out. So this is equal to 50 mm. Okay. So this is 50 mm. So we can write the moment as 200 into 50, and this moment is clockwise, so it is minus. Next is reaction RC. So for reaction RC, this is the perpendicular distance. Okay, and this distance we can find out from the same right angle triangle. So this is 100, this is 50. So you can find out this. So take this as a distance D. Okay. So it is equal to 86.6. So that moment will be reaction RC into 86.6, and this moment is clockwise, sorry, anti-clockwise, so it is positive. It is equal to 0. So from this you will get the reaction RC. So that reaction RC, you will get the same answer. It is 115.47 Newton. Okay, and then use the condition summation Fx0. So for summation Fx, you can take the reaction RA, reaction RC, and resolve this force.